Hey everyone, welcome back. Today we're having a look at Terra, the token itself. Before we get this video started properly, let me declare this video is not financial advice. This video is strictly for entertainment purposes and for educational purposes. So what exactly is Terra? What is Luna, the token itself? A stablecoin that powers payment platforms. Now to put it simply, the Terra platform is there to power stablecoin payment systems. Now, Terra is a next-generation blockchain payment network. This is interwoven with stablecoins and powers it by its own Luna coin. And it's powered by its own Luna coin. Now, the Luna coin has been doing really well lately. And the reason I say this is mostly to do with the fact that 1 month ago exactly, the price was around $15 per coin. As of today, when I'm making this video, the price is now $42 per coin. And within the last 24 hours alone, the price have risen 28.9% alone. And this is in the last 24 hours alone. Market cap is 17 billion. That's remarkable to say the least. But what's even more impressive, Terra currently sits at the 11th coin in the world by market cap. This is extremely impressive. To be in the top 100 is impressive enough. But to be in the top 20 or top 15 of all crypto in the world, that's insanely impressive, considering what it's achieved in the last month alone. The price per token was a simple $4.88. And as you can see for yourself, the price right now is $42. That is incredible. I don't care what anyone says, that is mightily impressive. But what's even more impressive is that the circulating supply isn't exactly a supply that is low. The circulating supply alone is over 403 million token in circulating supply alone. The total supply ranks up to around 994 million in total supply. This is incredible because these are not low supply. This is not a cryptocurrency. This is not a token that has a low supply. Low supply is anywhere from 50 million and downwards. A high supply is anywhere from around 100 million to 500 million. Extremely high is anywhere from around 500 million to a billion or 2 billion or even 3 billion. And ridiculously high is when you get into the 5 billion, 10 billion, 20 billion. But I'm seriously impressed that the circulating supply is really high on Terra. But the price itself is also high at $52 right now. And it does this on its own merit. Because just in case you couldn't tell right now, the entire crypto market, or at least the majority of the crypto market, is on a downward trend. It's on a downward trend. This includes Bitcoin currently sitting at $45,000. Ethereum is just under $3,300. The majority of top coins in the world, they're all losing values. They're all losing money. They're losing market cap. It's not the end of the world. Nothing lasts forever, and they will eventually go back up in price. But it's impressive to see the market taking this trend while other cryptos such as Solana and Terra are just doing their own thing. They are setting their own trend and they're not waiting for any other crypto to follow. They're simply doing their own thing, which is extremely impressive to go against the market, to do the completely opposite towards what the majority of market is doing and increase your value instead of losing value. That is really impressive. So let's continue to learn about Terra before we get into a price prediction or price analysis. Now, Terra is a trustless, programmable blockchain e-commerce platform that offers fiat-peg stablecoins to provide more stability when conducting cross-border payments. Terra relies on its utility and staking token that is known as Luna, as well as several other stablecoins that are pegged to many of the top world fiat currencies, including Terra USD, UST. By using stablecoins, the Terra crypto ecosystem offers low fees, instant settlements, and of course, frictionless cross-border exchange. This helps to power retail transactions. Now, before we get even deeper into this, I do have some news in the Terra ecosystem. This is an investor's news. Crypto investors like Terraform Labs so much, they're committing to 150 million to its ecosystem. That's a combine of 150 million to help and invest into the Terra ecosystem. Now let's quickly go through this article. There are many blockchain platforms competing for investors and developers. Attention right now from the big daddy of all, Ethereum, to so-called Ethereum killers like Solana, which wrote about in May. Now, they do talk a little bit about Solana, and I'm actually not surprised because Solana is doing ridiculously well right now, and it's not showing any immediate signs of slowing down anytime soon. So often these technologies are seen as promising that investors are willing to fund not only the blockchain but an ecosystem of products and projects that are built on their blockchain networks. On Wednesday, for example, Phantom, a digital wallet that resides on Solana blockchain network, announced a $9 million in Series A funded led by Andreessen Horowitz, which in June also splashed out a lot of money for Solana's digital token. A syndicate of investors today is casting their votes for Terra Labs, a 3-year-old platform that originally set out to mint different so-called stablecoins for e-commerce that mimics the value of various fiat currencies and has since expands its offering. Now, the backers including Pantera Capital, Arrington XRP have just committed to invest in $150 million on products tied to Terra ecosystem, commitments that will be deployed over several years, say the company, and commitments, should they prove faithful, will boost Terra's form, underlining growth to a kind of virtuous circle. Now, why are they so excited about Terraform? The Singapore-based company has been apparently gaining ground fast with merchants and users in South Korea by shortening settlement times from days to seconds, often with e-commerce customers knowing that their online and sometimes offline transactions involve a blockchain. It's been doing well, say investor Mike Arrington, that it launched an e-commerce wallet and called Che that grown popularity in Asia. It also launched Mirror Protocol, which creates fungible assets or synthetics that track the price of real-world assets. Arrington XRP led Mirror first round. So this is obviously big for Terra Labs. It's a huge amount of investment and it's going to do a whole lot of good for the platform and for its future. Now, I don't think Terra is showing any sign of slowing down, mostly to do with the last couple of days since the 7th of September till now, making this video on the 11th. Well, actually a few days. It was a landslide, an upwards landslide in price. It simply went from a price around $25 to a price around $42 where it is right now. That was a landslide in my opinion, because you can see from the drafts that I've drawn up until that point, the prices that were actually going up were actually steadily, especially since around the 19th of August till around the 7th of September. The price was going up gradually, slowly. The previous landslide that I could tell off was probably around since the 15th of August. This was until the 19th of August. That was one huge upwards landslide that we've seen in August. And again, it's a repeat. Currently, in September, we've seen an additionally huge landslide. So naturally, it wouldn't be completely far-fetched to suggest that the price from now on, it will find its footing at some price around the $40 to around the $45 mark, and it will somehow stabilize while it's actually creeping upwards and downwards, but getting closer to the $50 mark. And this line that I've drawn out, basically we're looking for something like that. We're not looking for it to dip below $35, even though it could, and if it does, do not panic, because obviously it was much, much lower. Only a few days ago on the 7th of September, it was much, much lower. The idea that I have is that the price will start to stabilize before we get another huge landslide in momentum kicking it up once again. Naturally, we've obviously seen pullbacks. Just before there's a huge landslide, we've seen pullbacks. So I'm expecting to see price reduction, people selling off the token to make their profit. I'm obviously going to see that, especially given that the price is so high right now. There's a lot of people who are sitting at home who are in the profit margin. They're in the profitable stage right now as we speak. But before the end of the year, I'm looking at $50, maybe even $60, and a market cap around 18 to 20 billion. That's what I'm looking at for Terra. That's what I'm predicting for Terra. Let me know if you agree with my price prediction and my quick price analysis. And if there's anything else you'd like me to speak on, let me know in the comments below. Thank you for watching, subscribe, and of course I will see you in my next video.